Alright, finally the extra credit on midterm 1. First of all, I changed the problem. I tried to make it a little bit easier here. I think it's still a pretty tough problem, but maybe this is what you saw in your test, and hopefully that was a little bit more recognizable. But what we had to do was kind of work backwards. Find the question whose answer was this, the function whose derivative is this. What I was hoping you'd see here is we got a chain rule going on here. Maybe I'll just write out the answer, and then we can talk about how maybe you would have seen it. This ends up being the answer to the problem, f of x equals x sine of x raised up to the fifth. And one way you could see that is if you apply the chain rule, what you do is you kind of take care of the outside function, you leave the inside function alone, and then you multiply by the derivative of the inside function. So if you recognize that this right here is the derivative of the inside here, maybe that would tip you off that we had used the chain rule, and then you'd just have to figure out what function did we take care of to put the 5 down here and leave a 4 up there. And that was this x to the fifth here. So this guy ended up being the answer. And in number 2, again, I changed the problem. Hopefully this made it a little bit easier, even though, like I said, these were still pretty hard because they were extra credit problems. This one, the answer ended up being sine of x. And the way you could have seen that is, again, we're kind of peeling off layers. So we peeled off something and we were left with sine of x. And then when we peel off this sine, it goes to cosine. And then when we peel off this sine, it goes to cosine. So the inside must have been sine of sine. And so you just got to figure out what was the outside thing that turned into cosine. And again, the derivative of sine is cosine. So our original function must have been this guy right here. Or something similar. There's actually other answers. You could always add a number out here, and it won't change the answer at all. But I doubt people did that because there's really no reason to. But there's a couple of solutions to what will work for the extra credit.